Ma, where are the other students, ma?
I don't know, ma'am.
Okay.
Where is all student?
Ma? Yes, ma? Okay. Now, this one we finished in last class. Methods of demand forecasting. Can anyone tell me? Which link, ma?
This topic completed, ma'am.
Okay. This one?
Ma'am, now third block, ma'am. Production function.
That production function, that is a time elements, no? No. Supply of functions you have to. Okay. I'll be sending the important questions according to that you go through. Now, supply functions. Here you want me to tell about the production function. You have the production, what you have, that is a time. According to the time, you will be making the production of your goods. Okay. My voice is not clear.
It is clear, ma'am.
Then they are giving a Khatun. Umra Khatun is telling that, ma'am, I am not reachable to your voice.
It is clear only, ma'am.
So here, the production. Production means what? What are the factors of production? Can anyone tell me? What are the factors of production?
Land, labor, capital, organization.
Yes. Land, labor, capital, and organization. So this is a assumption where you are making the concept of production, and even that you are making the function of the production, that is the time elements. That is how you will be making the production of your, by supplying the goods, that is a market supply, but everything you are seeing and you are making it. And in this, law of return to scale means how you are making the scale of goods, that is making back, and you are, what are the changes you are making for the scale of the constant, that is decreasing the return. So now I'll take the supply of functions. Supply function means what? What is the meaning of supply? First, we can give the supply is an economic principle. It is an economic. Means what is economy? Economy means money. So it is one principle, that is a supply can be defined as the quantity. Quantity means what? Bulk. That is a Kiran, I don't have the textbook, ma. I have only the syllabus. So don't ask me the page number. So where it is defined as a quantity of a product. Whatever the quantity of the product we have, that is seller is willing to offer. Means when you are getting the quantity of the product and the supply, that is particularly the seller is willing to buy the product in the market. for what? Particular price. Suppose your price is 100 rupees. So the supplier will not sell that product for 50 rupees now. So that is whatever the specific price, particular price at specific time. So here that is a season and unseason. So some of the goods where they'll be having the more supply in the seasonal. Unseason, we don't have that much supply. That is an economic principle where the quantity of product that a supplier is willing to, that is the seller is willing to offer, that is in the market for particular price and specific time. And yet the supply of a product, whatever the supply of the product is there, that is influenced by various determinants. What are the variants? That are price, cost of production, government policies, technology. Means these all are influenced. The supply of product, always it is influenced by this all the determinants. So it is governed by the law of supply. So there is a price, cost of production, government policies, technology. And it is governed by the law of supply, and which states a direct relationship between supply and the price. When you have a more supply, the price will increase. Okay. When the price is less, the supply also less. Always there is a direct relationship between the price and the supply. So that is other factors where it is remains the same. In a market, the two forces, demand and supply. So this is demand and supply. These are two where it play a major role. Understood? This supply and demand, this plays a major role that is influencing the decision of consumer and the producer. So where the producer supply the goods, when the consumer buy the product when it has a demand in the market. Okay, so these two are very important where they play an important role. And next is the behavior of buyer. Means suppose if you are buying the product, what is your behavior is understood with the help of concept of demand. The concept of demand. So buyer behavior kaisa rehta? That is the concept of a demand. That is, on the other hand, the behavior of the seller is always analyzed the concept of supply. Means the buyer will always concept on the demand. That is, he always understood the concept of demand. The seller always analyze the concept of supply. Is it clear? And a classification of supply. Classification of supply, it is classified into two. One is individual supply. The other one is a supply market. Okay. And this individual supply and market supply. This market supply is also known as a industry supply. Now we'll see what is individual supply. Individual supply means it is a quantity of goods a single producer is willing to supply. Means you are only one person and your product is only one in the market. So you are individual supply. Individual supply means the quantity of the goods, if you want to supply, is take that is particular price and time in the market. Agar apne paas ek hi happen, if you are only one where you are supplying the goods in the market, so no another is it. So at that time, it will take the supply particular price and the time in the market. Pawan Kumar, what happened, Pawan Kumar? So that is in economics, single producer is also known as a firm. So only one person is producing the one. So that is a firm. If it is a more people are making, that is a industry or a factory. Okay. And next is a market supply. Market supply is also the quantity of goods supplied by all firms that is in the market during the specific time. Specific time, yahi time pe milna hai. That is for a particular price. So where you are supplying the goods in the market for specific time for a particular price. And market supply is also known as a industry supply, as firm collectively constitute an industry. It's clear to everyone? Yes, I'm not getting any voice from any not message from your side. Yes, you can take the screenshot, ma. Finish taking? Next. Now we'll see what are the types of supply. So here, supply means what? That is just now we have studied, no? That is a market supply. Market supply is also known as a market supply is also known as a industry supply. Okay. So here, this is a classification where it is given. And your individual means where a single producer is willing to supply for a particular price and time in the market. Market supply is also, it is also quantity of a good supplied by all the firms that is in the market during a specific time period. And it is also for a particular price. Now we'll see what are types of what are types of supply? Types of supply is a market supply. Means here, where it is also a market supply, where it is also a quantity, where the all the suppliers willing to sell the product in the market for a particular time and the price. And short-term supply. Short-term means it will not be long, very long, only for a few couple of days, or it is a couple of months it can be. It cannot be more. Long-term means it will be having the more. That is, it may be the long-term. We'll take the project like that. And joint supply. Joint supply means where you will be supplying the goods with the combination with the other industry. Understood? Next one is the determinant of supply. Determinant of supply is the price of a product, cost of a product, nothing will happen if it isn't. Suppose if they ask means, see in your accounts book, depreciation problems are not given more, but they will give the problem. Okay. So here, determinants of supply, price of a product, cost of a production, natural condition, transportation condition, taxation policy, production techniques, factor price and their availability, price of a related goods, industry structure. Yes, you can take the screenshot. Now, the determinants only, the price of a product. Price of a product means what? It is the price of a product is a major determinant of supply of a product. is its price. Always it should be determinant. That is a product, the supply of products always depends upon a price. If the price is very less, means there will be demand. When demand is more, means supply will also, you will be getting more. An increase in the price of a product. That is an increase in the price of a product, that is increases its supply and vice versa. While other factors remain the same. And cost of production. What is the cost of production? That is what are the costs we are incurred on the manufacturing of a goods that are offered to the consumer. So here, when it is a manufacture of goods are incurred, they have manufactured and they want to offer to the consumers. Then what is the cost of production and supply? Where always inversely proportion to always the proportion to each other. When production is more, supply will less. When demand is more, when supply is more, production will be less. So always it will be vice versa. Okay. And next is a natural conditions. Natural condition is nothing but the supply of certain products is directly influenced by climatic conditions. Always natural conditions. Directly it is whatever the supply you are making, that is always directly influenced to the natural condition. For example, supply of agriculture product increases when the monsoon come well on time. Is it right? So when the rainfall, when the monsoon comes on a time, then the agriculture product will increases. That is a natural condition. Got my point? And next is a transportation conditions. When you have a better transportation facilities, where it is result in an increase in the supply of the goods. So here where you have the facilities who are making the increase in the supply of goods, that is a better transportation. And transport is always constant. That is a transport is always concentrate to the supply of goods. So here, time to time you have to reach your products to the destination. So this is because the goods are not available on time due to poor transportation. So there is a transportation will be lagging behind because due to the poor transportation facility. Is it clear? And next one is a taxation policies. Taxation policies means what? The taxation policies is also act as a regulating the force in the time, regulating, making changes, applying. So if the rates of taxes levied on goods and some goods are very high, whatever the taxes you are making, if you tax more on your goods, whatever you are purchasing, then supply automatically it will come down. Is it clear? It comes down. And this is because high tax rate increases overall. So your tax rates are levied on each and every goods, and then the supply will also decreases. And whatever the policies are made by for the supply, it is also affected. So then it is this is because high tax rates increases overall. That is the production cost, which will make it difficult for suppliers to offer products in the market. Now you got the point. That is a taxation policy. That is when there will be a high tax rates overall when the production cost, which makes it difficult for the supplier. The next is a production techniques. Production techniques is nothing but depends upon the type of techniques for the production. Different techniques you will be following for the production to increase. Obsolete techniques result in the low production. Obsolete means destruction, obsolescence. If you are not having a proper track, then it will takes the very less. So your obsolete techniques where it is results in the low production, which further decreases the supply of goods. Understood? Take this screenshot. Take the screenshot, ma'am. Now, next is a explanation for cost volume analysis. Then we come to the fourth unit, that is a fourth block, that is an explanation about the cost volume. Cost volume profit analysis, where the cost volume analysis, where it is includes the analysis of sales price. Are you getting? Ma, or you all are listening? So here, cost volume profit analysis, always it is includes the sales. Sales how? When you are selling that is in the sales price. When you are selling the product, and the volume, when you are increasing, volume is not the whatever the production you did or TV, that is like that. If you are increasing the volume, that includes the analysis that size sale price. So as you have purchased from the shop, immediately if you sell in the second hand, so they will be making all the sales prices, that is variable cost, the number of goods sold, and how it affects the profit of businesses. And the aim of the company is to earn profit. When they supply the goods, with the specific prices, then the company will earn the profits. Okay, and the profit depends upon a large number of factors. What are a large number of factors means? That is a most notable among them is the cost of manufacturing. And these factors are largely interdependent. Interdependent means it is not taking any help of the other product in the market. Is it clear? So here, the volume of sales depends upon the production volume. अपन sales का volume कैसा? अगर production का volume ज़्यादा है तो sales का volume also it will make, and which in turn is related to cost. So where it is when you are supplying the products, when the volume of sales is increases, all are related to the cost only, that are affected by the volume of production. That is affected by the volume of production, that is a production product mix, internal efficiency of the business, production method used, etc. So these all are the things where it makes it. And there is a cost volume profit analysis. Helps the management in finding out the relationship between the cost and the revenue. Always it will be taking the management, that is finding out the relationship between the cost and the revenue to generate. Why they want to know, why they are clubbing the relationship between the cost and the revenue? Because when they know the cost and the revenue, then they can easily generate the profits. Okay, and CVP analysis, where it is helps to BEP formula, helps them to BEP formula for different sales. when they have the different sale volume and cost structures. With CVP analysis information, the management can better understand the overall performance with the determinants. That should be always level of the profits. Always we should not be break even or to reach a certain level of profits. So here, this one is a block 4. That is, heading is cost, revenue, and profit. What is the full form of BEP? Yes, tell me what is the full form of BEP? Break even point. Understood? Take this one. Then no economic link is not there, ma. Only one. That is all subjects because one group has completed. That's why they kept the heading. That is a financial accounting. No economic link. CVP, yes, ma. CVP means cost, volume, profit. What is a BEP? What is a BEP? Very good, Aisha. Break even point. Now we'll see what is the importance of cost, volume, profit analysis. Here, CVP analysis, where it helps in the determining the level at which all relevant cost. Means relevant means what? Tell me, ma. Means here determining the level at which all relevant cost, whatever the cost is relevant, means from last year to this year, it should be relevant. It's not very high. So it is yes, is recovered and there is no profit or loss. Means you have to make, this is normal, whatever the income you have made, that is there should not be any profits, no losses. And that is which is also called the break even point. Means here, it is that point at which volume of sales equal to total expenses, both fixed and variables. So a Bakerian point is that point at which volume of sales equal total expenses. Then the cost volume profit analysis helps in making the decision maker. Means this is a help of people who are making the production and who are making for the profits and profits to make the more profits. Then it will help to take the decision makers. It helps the decision makers to understand what is the going in the market, what is the effect if you are making the changes in the sales volume or the present price volume, and the variable cost that is on the profit of entity. That is while taking the fixed cost as unchanged. Is it clear? And here, CVP analysis, where it is helps. This cost volume profit analysis, it will help us to understand that is relationship between the profit and the cost. And even this also helps in taking the decision maker where it is making the understand, and wherever it is affecting the change in the sales volume and the price volume and the variable cost. Even it is also help in understand the relationship between the profit and cost, that is on one hand, and the volume on the other hand. Okay. Cost will be one side and volume will be on the other side. So it will be easily, it will make to understand that the profit and the cost on the other hand. So here, CVP, it is analysis which is very useful for setting up the flexible budget. Flexible means not rigid. Flexible means flexible. Changes. So it will be CVP analysis is useful for setting up the flexible budget, and that it is indicates the cost at various levels. Cost at the various levels of the activity. And even CVP analysis also helpful when our business is trying to determine the level of sales. So here it is also CVP also analysis. It also makes when business is trying to determine the levels, means increase the sales, then reach the target, whatever the income it is. So what you'll do, last year I have sold the 120 units. So when you sold the sales, so 120 units means I have got the 1 lakh. So you will be trying to determine yourself that if I increase the sales level, then I can reach my target. So this year I have got the 1 lakh rupees. The next year I can get the 1 lakh 50. Means according to that determinants of the level of the sales. Got my point? Flexible budget adjusted based on the changes in actual revenue and other. Yes. So here CVP, that is a cost volume profit, that is always helpful for trying the business to determine the sales also and reach to targets. Okay. Take the screenshot, ma. So next class, in the next class, I'll be taking the concept of profit, nature of profit, gross, net profit. So these are the things where it is a relationship between is there. No? Important topics I'll take. So now whatever I have taken, and I have to make the classification of cost, that is in short run. There is fixed cost, variable cost, total cost, short-run average, marginal cost curve, and relationship between the average cost and the marginal cost. These are the important questions. The relationship between average. It's there in your textbook. Yes, Aizaz. What happened, Aizaz? In the fourth block, there is relationship between the average cost and the marginal cost is there, no? Just see and in your textbook, relationship between the average cost and marginal cost is there. Is very important. Yeah, I'll send, no problem. Now I got this one. That's why I'm asking you to take down. That is the difference between relationship between average cost and the marginal cost. And even it is also there relationship between average revenue and marginal revenue. So to next class, I'll be giving you some of the important questions to you all. Yes, you can refer to model paper. But what are the questions? I'll repeat now. Just you go through. So in the next class, we are going to take the fifth block. That is the fourth block only. Break-even analysis we have. In that, what is the concept? What is the PV ratio? These are all the things we will be going to take in the next week. That is in the next class. Next two, we have only 2 classes. And in the next class, I'll be giving the 5th unit. And altogether, I'll be sending the questions after completion of your, when is your exams? You have any idea? Yes. Okay, 7th May. Okay. So by the time I'll be sending some of the questions to you all. No, BA economics is different, BCom economics is different. BA economics is totally different. BCom depends upon our business because we are dealing with the commerce. Why it is textbook, on the textbook it's given like that? Can you show me the textbook page, that is first page? Can anyone show me the textbook? Yes, ma'am. See here, it is given complete, it is a business economics. Someone asked me that is BA economics and BCom economics is totally different. What's Neha? What's Neha? What you want to? What you want to tell me? Sneha. I have unmuted to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ah.
ma'am.
I'm sure you gave the important questions from all the units.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Next week, ma'am, you are giving?
Because next week OU exams are there, ma'am. Just
Yeah.
give me little
Ma'am,
time.
Okay, ma'am, no problem. You should give us before the exams for preparing.
Ma'am, you give the last week. Sorry.
From
Okay,
starting
Sneha.
classes.
Madam,
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. You,
Madam,
Sneha.
हाँ मैं
बनने के
बीकॉम
लिए
मेरे पास ये बुक है
चेंज करा लो आप सब्जेक्ट.
You are
Okay.
BCom student, Sneha.
यस मैम
Why you got this one? Why you have taken this one?
नहीं मैडम टीचर
You go the
ये बुक
university
शिक्षा
and
रूस होने
change the book.
मैम अगर इकोनॉमिक्स 20 भी है तो बीए वालों की इकोनॉमिक्स आ रही हम लोगों को.
चेंज करा लिए.
हाँ
मेरे
20
को भी वही चाहिए.
చేస్తే
Ma-
చేంజ్ చేసుకున్నా మేము
Go to university.
University and take, because before the examination, otherwise all the economics you'll get for the BA. So BA is little bit tough. So go to the university, how the Gayatri is telling, na? Gayatri was telling.
थैंक यू
Ma'am, you give the important questions in next week.
Give me one, at least give me a little breath. Can I take for 1 week?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
So
Ma'am,
next,
Send the group, ma'am.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Whenever you are free, ma'am, you can send in the group.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, this
Yes,
is my first class, ma'am. I'm attending this first class, ma'am. First time, ma'am. Sorry.
So
पहली
you
बार
have
attend
not.
करा, ma'am.
फिर कैसा?
कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया, मैम. आप ही कुछ एडवाइस दीजिए.
क्या एडवाइस? कौन सा सेंटर क्या?
जी.
कौन सा है आपका सेंटर?
सिटी कॉलेज, मैम.
सिटी कॉलेज.
जी.
आप कौन से भी क्लासेस अटेंड नहीं करे?
नहीं करा, मैम. लॉगिन ही नहीं हो रहा था, मैम. पहली बात तो ये फोन में यूनिवर्सिटी में जाके करे तो ये करके दिए.
Aizaz. Okay. I'll see.
मैम यूट्यूब पे भी जाके देख सकते हैं.
यूट्यूब में भी है ना?
मैम मेरे पास यहाँ पे कॉमर्स 10 कॉमर्स 11 और इकोनॉमिक्स का 20 लिखा है वो
Economics 20 is BA economics.
चेंज करो मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स है वो चेंज करके इकोनॉमिक्स 12 बोल के वो क्या यूनिवर्सिटी को जाके चेंज कर लो.
ओके यहाँ पे नहीं होगा कहाँ पे ई सेवा में यहाँ पे नहीं होगा
नहीं होता.
नहीं हो तो वो जुबली हिल्स
Go to Ambedkar University.
The office.
10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12 you are codes. Commerce students.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma.
diagrams also draw in the exams, ma'am.
Yes.
ओके मैम.
Actually, I'm
Ma'am.
not getting the textbook.
Yes, ma'am.
Textbook मेरे पास नहीं है. वो that is a problem.
Yeah.
I don't have the textbook.
Unit 11 have some
Ma'am,
diagram.
long answer, 12 marks pages diary, ma'am.
तेजस्विनी,
एक करके बात करो.
तेजस्विनी, mute करो. Tejaswini, mute your mic. Tejaswini. Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, unit 11
हाँ.
break even analysis. ये unit में बहुत है diagrams, ma'am.
How break even point charts also there. Break even chart is also there.
Yes, it's important, ma'am.
Yes.
ओके मैम.
Ma'am, for long answer,
Hmm.
the answer should be 2 pages or 3 pages minimum.
Don't see the 2 pages or 3 pages. Concept is very important.
We should cover
Okay,
the
ma'am.
Concept and the side headings is a must. If it is economics, is the diagrams is must. If it is
Okay.
accounts, the tables are calculations are important. In accounts, if you are not getting the answer also, wherever you are, the place where you have to allot that amount, if you are allotted in the correct places, then also you will be getting the marks.
Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So it is not necessary to get the answer. It is only the procedure what you follow.
Okay.
మ్యామ్ ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పిన కాన్సెప్ట్ ఒకలానే ఉంది కానీ సబ్జెక్ట్ చేంజ్ ఉంది మ్యామ్.
Who overama?
ప్రియాంక మ్యామ్.
Priyanka, it is the BA economics is given.
బిఏ కాదు మ్యామ్, బీకామ్ జనరల్.
టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ అంటున్నావా ఏం చెప్తున్నా నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు తీసుకున్న ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది సేమే ఉంది, కాకపోతే ప్రాసెస్ వేరే ఉంది ఇందులో అంతా.
అట్లా ఉంటారు కరెక్టే. మనం ఎకనామిక్స్ ని జనరల్లీ యూ హ్యావ్ టు మేక్ ఇట్ జనరల్.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పారు మ్యామ్ సప్లై ఫంక్షన్ అనేది టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ లోనేమో వేరేలాగుంది. అంటే ఏది ఫాలో అవ్వాలి అని అడుగుతున్నా.
అవును, సప్లై ఫంక్షన్
కాకపోతే క్వశ్చన్స్ మీరు చెప్పారు కదా సప్లై ఫంక్షన్, అక్కడ ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్ లో క్వశ్చన్ ఇచ్చారు, కాకపోతే మీరు చెప్పేది బుక్ లో ఉన్నది డిఫరెంట్ ఉన్నాయి.
డిఫరెంట్ ఉంది మ్యామ్.
ఓకే.
Yes, ma'am is giving us the very simple sentences.
సైడ్ హెడ్డింగ్స్ కూడా డిఫరెంట్ సైడ్ హెడ్డింగ్స్ కూడా కొన్ని డిఫరెంట్ ఉన్నాయి.
ఓకే,
మీరే ఫాలో అవుతున్నాం మ్యామ్, నేను టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ ఫాలో అవ్వలేదు.
సింపుల్ గా రాయొచ్చమ్మా క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ గివింగ్. సో when I give the questions, no, I'll let you know.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
एग्जाम की लास्ट डेट कब है?
Next week.
नेक्स्ट वीक. थैंक यू मैम.
Who is that asking?
मोहम्मद एजाज मैम.
Acha, Ezaz. Okay.
जी मैम. थैंक यू मैम.
Okay, if you have any doubt, you contact directly, ma. My number is there in the group. Are you there in the group?
यस मैम, आई एम previously joined the group.
मैम आपका नेम मैम?
वहां पे दिख रहा है इतना बड़ा?
कहाँ पे मैम? अच्छा
Padmaja ma'am.
Okay मैम.
Who is that asking me?
नजमा मैम.
You are from which center?
City College.
Acha, you are all a city college. No one is from the Nampally college.
Ma'am, I am from
Ma'am, I am from Nampally.
Who?
Asra.
Neha Siddhika.
Okay, how?
Asra Mannan, ma'am.
Acha, 2 Asras are there?
No.
Only one?
Yes.
So you are only one joining the class.
नेक्स्ट वीक पक्का ज्वाइन हो बोल के जब से बोल रही अकाउंट्स बोलते थे.
Ma'am, I am from Kukatpalli College, madam.
Okay, Samir. Okay.
Nizam College, ma'am.
I am from Padapalam College, Kakinada.
Ma, who Aparna?
Yes ma'am.
Okay, good.
In AP.
Okay.
Me also Kukatpalli ma'am, Priyanka.
Okay. Ma, if you have any doubts, you can directly contact me, ma.
Ma'am,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
number ma'am. Okay ma'am.
The group it is there, no, ma.
Number. Okay.
Will
It
be
is in
there.
group.
No, I'm from the Nampally
Yes,
college.
ma'am, in group it is there.
I'm from the Nampally Girls College.
Okay.
Okay, we'll meet next week.
Bye ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you ma'am.
Okay.
Okay ma'am. Thank you ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Bye.
जब मैं नहीं तो मेरे क्वेश्चन चल जाते अब मैं फिर पकड़ लेना होता.
मैं बात बोलना मुझे पढ़ने देता है इसे मालूम होता है बच्चा और मासूम है सही बोल सकते हैं तू चले रहने दे आप जाती है उधर खिसक जाता है मैं खिसक जाती है फोन देख